Hey everyone, I know my lighting's not that great, but I just got home from class. It's about 3 p.m. It is Wednesday, August the 21st, I think. It's the 21st. I'm not really sure, but anywho, today we talked about the airway, which was pretty interesting. Just how to assess the airway, getting your patients prepared for the OR. So there were a lot of tools that you needed to use to assess your patient's airway status to know if they're going to be a difficult intubation, and even some things that you can do for those who are difficult intubations based on your assessment. We also talked about evidence-based practice. In a nurse anesthesia program, you will be taking research and things of that nature. Some other classes also, that's the master's portion of it, not to mention the anesthesia part. But they just decided to reiterate evidence-based practice, that it not only is in your nursing practice, but also in your anesthesia practice as well. They just wanted to let us know that, we will have to go for recertifications periodically once you graduate and pass your boards, and that a lot of our the things that we do in the OR, they are based on evidence, and there's a lot of things, just like nursing, that will come into fruition, and that we need to stay atop of that. I think that's mainly what the goal of that class was today. It was pretty interesting, but when you go to anesthesia school, those things such as theory are, and it's not theory, it's actually evidence-based, but those little classes like that, you're like, I don't want to hear about that. I want to hear about, inhalation drugs and anesthesia, airways and equipment, and how to put in art lines and central lines. Those are the things that you're so concentrated and focused on. But without evidence-based practice, there's a lot of things that we do that, what am I trying to say? Without evidence-based practice, we wouldn't be practicing. I mean, you have to know why you're doing things a certain way. You have to know why you're not using certain anesthetics in certain patient populations, and that's based on evidence. So, like I said, it was a good class. I'm glad we got out. We got out a little bit before 2:30, so I've been home about 30 minutes, and I had a taste for pickles, and so I had some pickles under the cabinet, and they were so good. I love elastic pickles, the zesty ones. But anyway, usually I start studying within 30 minutes or so after I get home. After I eat, I usually just go ahead and start studying. But today I think I'm going to take an hour, and then I'm going to start studying. I studied for about 5 hours last night, just going over material for our test on Tuesday. And I was going to start doing a little bit more reading on the neuro stuff that we started on Monday. But like I said before, I felt like me studying for this test on Tuesday was a little bit more important. And our first test in neuro was not until sometime in September, I believe. So I think I'll focus on that after next week. I don't want to get too far behind, so I may possibly read just a little bit. The thing about this class is we're all just based on the team building we did the other week, how we should all try to focus that we're all a group and that we're not competing against one another. A lot of our classmates are being very helpful, and one of the girls, for instance, made up a test that she forwarded to everyone, just as practice on some of the things that we've gone over. So that was really helpful. Last night I went over the test, and I found areas that I really needed to go back and study, which I thought I knew, but I really didn't. I mean, I knew it, but I didn't. Basically, what they say is when you take a test, or when you're studying for a test, or you're studying a certain subject, if you cannot regurgitate something to someone, if you cannot explain, say I wanted to explain to you how acetylcholine works in the neuromuscular junction. If it does not flow out of my mouth and it takes me a little bit to think about it, then I probably don't know it as well as I think I do, and I need to revisit it and study back over it. But I got the neuromuscular junction and acetylcholine down pat. I pretty much know that. I've studied that enough to know that. But there are some little things that I do need to go back over. If the test was just on that, honey, I would make an A. But it's not. It's on some of everything. Inhalation drugs. Their whole thing about drugs that you use in anesthesia is what's the dose that you give? When does it start to take effect? How long does it last once you give it to the patient? And what are some of the contraindications? As well as some of the side effects. And there's a bunch of drugs they want us to know that you not always use in the OR, but these are common drugs for the OR. And there's a lot of them, believe it or not. So those things I definitely need to go over. I made flashcards last night of some of them. I'm going to do some more tonight. And I just, it's good to have flashcards because you can take them anywhere. You can take them out to dinner. You might get on your boyfriend, husband's, or family's nerves, but guess what? You signed up for this. You better be studying. So anyway, that's about all I have for today. I really want to just sit down here, relax, and clear my mind. Maybe meditate, pray to the Lord. I got so many things on my mind right now, so I think that's what I am about to do. So I hope everyone has a great afternoon. I will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, so no, it's not. Oh my God. Sorry, tomorrow's Thursday, the last day of class. It seems like it's my Friday, so I think that's why I said that. But anyway, everyone have a great night, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.